Okay, so in this lesson, we're going to learn about our 3D shapes. Please make sure you picked up a formula sheet when you walked in today so that you can use that. We're going to be talking about the rectangular prism, the cylinder, and the sphere. Finding surface area, lateral area, and the volume of all three of those. So to start us off, okay, we have to know what pieces of the shapes are called. An edge is going to be a line segment that joins between our two vertices. It's that flat line connecting the vertex to another vertex. Okay, the vertex is going to be where those lines meet. It's all the points in the corners of our shape. Okay, and the last thing is the face. Okay, the face is the flat surface on our 3D figures. Okay. So surface area, lateral area, and volume. Surface area is the area around the outside of the shape. It's like wrapping a present. Okay. So the wrapping paper on the outside would be the surface area. The lateral area of the faces is going to be without the top and the bottom pieces. So this is like the label on a can. Okay, that's their lateral area. And then volume is the amount of space an object can hold. So like the soup inside the can or water filling a glass. Okay, that is volume. The first shape we're going to talk about is a rectangular prism. It's a 3D shape that has 6 rectangular faces. Okay, lateral area formula is 2 length times height plus 2 width times height. That's not on your formula sheet, so that's going to be hard for you guys to remember. I strongly suggest using the lateral area for a triangular prism because it will work as well. Height times the perimeter. Okay, height times the perimeter. Surface area is on your formula sheet. It's 2 length times width plus 2 length times height plus 2 width times height. And volume is length times width times height. Okay, so L stands for length. W is width. And H is height. Just in case you did not know that. Okay. So here is our first problem. Okay, I always start by labeling my picture. So my length here is 9, my width is 10, and my height is 5. And then I just got to come to our formula and plug it all in. So for lateral area, we're going to do 2 times 9 times 5 plus 2 times 10 times 5. And we're going to get 90 plus 100, or 190, and this is inches. It was lateral area, so inches squared. For surface area, we're going to have 2 times 9 times 10 plus 2, oops, I put the width there. My height is 5. Plus 2 times 10 times 5 plus 2 times 9 times 10. Okay, so here we're going to get 180 sorry, that's from above. We're going to get 90 plus 100 plus 180, and that's going to give us a total of 370 inches squared. 370 inches squared. Lastly is volume. Okay, volume is length times width times height. So we're going to have 9 times 5 times 10. All right, put all of our numbers together there. And we're going to get 450 inches cubed. Okay, a lot of this is just plugging and chugging and going right along. Okay, now that you have seen my first example there, I would like you to fill out the second one on your own. My notebook will be up on the front stool, so if you want to check your answer, please go and check that. The next shape we're going to talk about is the cylinder. Okay, the cylinder is going to be a 3D shape that has two identical faces, circles or ellipticals on the top and the bottom, okay, and one curved side. We'll really only deal with the circles in here. Lateral area for a cylinder, again, this can be found on your formula sheet, is 2 pi r h, okay, r is radius. And remember, sometimes we have to get the radius by doing half the diameter. Okay, and h is the height of the cylinder. Surface area is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Notice 2 pi r squared is 2 times the area of a circle, because there are two bases that are considered circles, which is why we're adding those in there. And the volume is pi r squared h. So let's put this to the test with our first example. Always label the picture first. So my radius is 10 and my height is 13. And I just got to come to my formula and plug it in. 2 times pi times 10 times 13. We're going to leave our answers in terms of pi. So that means we're going to put everything into our calculators except for pi. So when you type it to your calculators, you're going to type 2 times 10 times 13. And when we do 2 times 10 times 13, we're going to get 260. And then we're going to stick the pi right next to the number. And this is feet squared because we're doing area. Okay, again, we put everything in the calculator except for pi to give us our answers in terms of pi. If we wanted this in terms of decimals, all we would have to do is type 260 times pi. Okay, all right, going on to surface area, we've got 2 times pi times our radius of 10 squared plus 2 times pi times 10 times 13. Okay, we already did that second piece. We know that is 260 pi from our lateral area. And over here, again, we're typing everything into the calculator except for pi. So 10 squared is 100 times 2 is 200 pi. And we're going to add those together and we get 460 pi feet squared. Again, typed everything into the calculator except for my pi. We're treating it like it's an x. Okay, lastly, we've got volume, pi 10 squared h, so our h was 13. Remember, 10 squared is 100 times 13 would give us 1300 pi feet cubed because this is volume. Cubed because it is volumed. Then example number 2, I just want to caution you, I'm going to have you do this one on your own, and then again you can come up and check my notebook. The radius is half of the diameter, so our r in this example is 2 and our height is 7. Now that you know which pieces you're plugging in, go ahead and give that a shot, see how it goes, and then come on and check the notebook. Okay, so the next shape is the sphere. Notice that the sphere is a round object, right, where the surface is equidistant from its center point. There is no lateral area for a sphere because there is no bases. It's a curved surface. So there's a surface area, which is 4 pi r squared, where r is the radius. Remember, which is half of the diameter. And then the volume is 4/3 pi r cubed. So here in our first example, our radius is 7. So we just got to plug in 7 for all of our radii in our formula. So 4 times 7 squared. Again, still leaving this in terms of pi. So 7 squared is 49, and 49 times 4 is 196. And then we just put pi next to it, meters squared. Volume is going to be 4/3 pi, and then our radius 7 cubed. Now this one's a little harder, right? We've got 4/3, which you can type into the calculator with parentheses, 4 divided by 3, and then multiply it by 7 cubed, okay? Or you can hit alpha y equals and 4 over 3, and then multiply it by 7 cubed, okay? And when you do so, you're going to get 457.3 pi meters cubed. Again, we are writing things in terms of pi because some questions ask us it in terms of pi, and I'd rather us know how to do that and then easily be able to convert to decimals if necessary. Please try example number 2 there on your own, and then again, you can come up and check my notebook, or you can check it at the end. You have a worksheet and homework to complete. So the worksheet is the front side. The homework is going to be a front and back paper, and then you'll have your homework sheet as well.